welcome everyone to my channel. Today we're gonna be dealing with the first tax, which is tax Z. So, uh, with me on this course. Make sure you watch from the beginning to the end, and you make sure you don't miss anything here. So we're asked to write a program that imports the function define add. So the name of the function is add, and it receives two parameters, which is a and b, from the file add_0.py, and prints the result of the addition 1 plus 2 equals 3. So this is going to be our output. 1 plus 2 is equals 3. You have to use a print function with string format to display integers. So every words here are very important. You have to use print function with string formats to display integers. So integers key. You have to assign the value 1 to a variable called a. So the variable called a, we should assign 1 to it, and the value 2 to the variable called b. So you see that. Then use those two variables as argument while calling the function add, and print and b and print. So we are going to use the add and the print function. So here a and b must be defined in two different lines. So actually there's a way we can do it the same line, but it should be on different lines. A equals to 1 and b equals to 2. Your program should print the value of a plus the value of b is equals to the function that adds the value of a plus b, followed with a new line. You can only use the word add_0 once in your code. So you are not allowed to use the star there. So if you can remember in our previous in our introduction class, whenever you use this star symbol, it simply means that you are importing every function from that code. Your code should not be executed with imported by using the underscore import function. So we shouldn't use this. We should use the normal imports. So that is that. So right away we are going to create the function. So I'm just going to copy the whole of this damn stuff here. So we copy it this way, copy. Then after copying this, name of the file where we are going to paste this is going to be add.py. So whenever you check that add.py, whenever you run that, this is what you get, all this stuff here, what we find inside the cat.py. So I'm just, oh sorry, exists to know the name of the folder. So the name of the folder or the directory we are working with is going to be this. So I'm just going to copy these two, and I am going to open my terminal. Very important. So I'm going to cd, navigate inside there. So navigating inside there, I think see the name of that desktop, because I'm working on my desktop, and I'm gonna cd in that stuff there. Then if you list here, we have two hello world and if else loop function. So I'm going to make another directory is what we have there. Yeah, so when we check now, we have 3, which is this one over here, 0x02 Python import modules. So we're going to be importing some bullshit. So I'm just going to enter it there, too, like that. Then hit enter. So actually what we have here, this really empty folder, there's nothing actually inside here except the dots and the single dot and the dots. So the single dot will take you still in the same directory, or repeat the same directory, then double dot will take you out of the directory. So now that we are here, what are we going to do? So the first thing we're going to be doing here is we're going to create the file add underscore 0.py. So I'm going to be putting a bunch of stuff in there, in which I have copied. Oh no. Sorry, let me undo that. Um, I need to, so I'll escape. Good. So going to make sure this is an insert mode there. Then I'll tap there. Then I'm going to paste whatever we have there. Actually, let me look kind of scattered. I don't really know why it's like that. But maybe I'm gonna arrange it manually. Let me zoom a little bit. So I need to arrange this so that we have something readable. So this, whatever we have here, they are just comments. They are just comments. They don't really have any real meaning. It's just contain bunch of stuff that you're about to do. So you don't really mean a dime. So I'm just gonna hit tab to enter once, just like that. So this is the function, and the function is returning a plus b. So that's what the function is going to be returning, a plus b. The name of the function is add. So add receiving 2 parameters. That is what they're interpreting here. My addition function, when you get rid of this, arguments are a and b. So it receives 2 arguments, a and b. So first integer, second integer, returns the value of a plus b. So that's all there. So it's just a comment there without any real meaning. Now I'm gonna quit this. So now that we have quit that, I'll clear the screen once more. permit me to increase it a bit. Good. So now I think it's a bit better and big. We can go ahead and list what we have there. So we have only this file, and we want to create another file known as 0-art.py, because that's the file we ought to create by itself. So if you look in this file here, this Chrome tab we have here, we have 0-art.py. So we need to create that. So I am going to vi 0-art.py. So that's the name of the new one that I'm just creating. So URL /bin/python3, just like that. Then that we have done this, a very good practice, especially when you are dealing with importing and exporting of models, which is very, very key, is you put if to detect if it's a main page. So we are really working with a main page, and it's not permitted to run any code from this file if it is exported to another code. So I'm going to put a condition, which is if the name of this file, the default, if we are dealing with the main page, is always main. So I'm going to put __, then we are going to put the main __. So you can see. So if this condition is true, that really name is equals to main, then we can go ahead and proceed with our importing. So we can go ahead and import. So actually we want to import a function from another file. We are not just importing the file. So because I'm importing a function from another file, so I need to what? I need to start with from the name of the file, because that's the place. From the name of the file. So the name of the file is 0, then _ or art _0. So just like that. So we have from, then we want to import the name of the file. Now the function, that's the next thing we want to import. So from art _0, import the function called art. So we are just importing just that function, because that's the function we want to be using. Now, that's the first thing. So this is only what we have used this word art _0, and we are asked to only use it that once in our code. Now we can go ahead and start printing some stuff. Now print. So we are going to use a format string. So you can see that. So I'm just setting up my working space. So we're asked that our output should be like 1 plus 2 equals to 3, just like this. This is what we're asked to do. So make sure you don't forget that. And we're asked to assign a value. So they say a is a variable we have created and we assign it to 1. And we're going to create another variable which is b, and we are going to assign that to 2. So now you can see that. So you come over here, we put in the value of a and b. So the value there plus the value here, which is a and b. So you can see what we got here. So we have the first curly braces, which will be for a. So I'm going to pass a into our I'm going to pass a into our function, then comma, I'm going to pass b into the next function. Now that is for the format part. Now to go, because we need to get detailed information. Actually, you might run some stuff and it works properly, but the kind of detailed stuff we are asked to do to get an appropriate outcome or to result, because I might decide to change a to b or to a string or to a boolean. Understand? So when you look at this very well, you see that a and b must be defined in different lines, which we have done. That a is equals to 1 and b is equals to 2. You can see your program should print the value of a, which we have done, plus the value of b, then is equal to, I have not done that, the add function is equals to the add function. So before we proceed there, if you take note that function, you have to use the print function with a string format to display what? Display, take note of this, integers. So we are displaying only integers. We are not displaying any other kind of this thing. In case someone pass something like someone pass a letter there, like a or b as a string, or pass a boolean like true or false, or a float, there should be an issue there, because we really, what we want there is just an integer. So let's do that without specifying what kind of information we want to read. It we problem. So let's do the other part. After this, space, then is equals to, so you can see what I'm doing there. So you come over to this place, you add your comma and the function, the add function, that is going to add a and b. So instead of putting 1 and 2 inside there, because a there is already 1 and 2 here, and b here is already 2, so we can still pass a and b in as our parameter. So we don't need this, so I'm going to get rid of this. So you can see how this is arranged. So you can see how this is arranged. So you take note of that. Now I can go ahead and run this. So I can just say vi 0. Sorry, let me list first to see what I got. So I'm running the, I think, this add file. So I'm gonna change mode, very important, u plus x 0 dash add. So I'm gonna clear that. Now I can test it to see if that works. Okay, yeah, I forgot to end my statement, so I'm very sorry for that. Let me do that right away. Actually, I'm not ending the statement. I just semicolon to explain more. Just, whenever they put semicolon, it means they want to talk about that stuff more. So if we have, if this is this, so we are just wanting to explain more. Whenever you say semicolon, maybe in a sentence, that means there is more to that word. For instance, they put information, they put a semicolon, that means there is other explanations about that word information. So I'll just go away from this. Now I can go and try that again. Okay, I think another error. So I think I've indented wrongly. So I also need to rectify that wrong indentation. So I'm coming. Let me check that again to see. So I think let me get rid of this indentation because I'm using a phone. I don't know if I'm arranging it properly. I think it's because of the comments. The comment is kind of causing that. Let me say this way to see if that works. Okay, so that works. So it ought to be the same line with the comment. So I will clear this and run it again. 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. That works, but we still have a problem. So what if um, uh, what of if we change it, maybe instead of passing 1, we now pass a string. We pass a string of 1. Oh, sorry. Okay. So let me see if that works too. So there's a problem here. Character can only concatenate strings, not integers, to strings. You can see. So can only concatenate string and not integer. So we are having this error coming from the return, because we have return and I'm trying to concatenate those stuff together using the return function, which is not working. So there is an error there. So what about if we come over here and specify the kind of data? Actually, I don't think we have anything much. So I come in here and put column D. So let me see that and see what we got. The error that's gonna throw. So can only calculate. We still having this error still coming from the stuff there. So I need to get rid of that. Start using numbers. Okay, so this work just fine. So this is working perfectly. So you can see what we got here. So that's for this project. We did not make use of the other imports, which is underscore underscore import. We make use of the usual imports we discussed in our last class. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, share to loved ones, friends, and family. Very important. Make sure you practice. Don't just watch, but whenever you're watching, have your computer with you so you test some things yourself. Even though after you have done this, but this creating an opportunity for you to be able to go back to what you have learned and trying to revise. I mean, to also learn stuff. So that's very important. So please, if you have any issue, or please let me know in the comments below. Thank you.